Nice and tall. Stomach is in. Looks like we're already started. A couple people can't wait, so let's get these guys going. And down. The arms are getting longer. Every week you do this, you get a little bit longer in your arms. Couple more. If you have any shoulder issues, going a little forward is equally fine. Just moving the joints. One more. So I'm reminded of the Wizard of Oz when they found the Tin Man along the side of the road. If he would have done SilverSneakers, maybe they would have never found him because his joints would have been quite fluid and he might not have been there. So that might have changed the whole story. Let's do arm circles. Bigger and bigger. And again, if you like smaller circles, just go down low, or you can stay at shoulder height and do little circles like this. So pick what feels comfortable for you, and then go in the other direction. This is actually more challenging to keep the arms up in the air like this. You can certainly go lower if your shoulders need a break. And let's do a static stretch. Most of the time in our warm-ups, we do dynamic stretches. This is an example of a static stretch where we're not moving. And another static stretch for the shoulders would be grabbing the back of your chair and leaning forward. Let's do that. And let's very quickly go through our neck exercises. So nice and tall. See if those cervical vertebrae can get a tiny bit farther apart. Then look behind you. Other side. I've got a little crackling in my neck when I turn. I'm guessing I'm not alone in that. That's okay unless it causes you some discomfort. Looking up, stretching out in here, looking down, back to center, ear to shoulder. And now you have the option of letting the other arm get long if you want. Other side. And back to center. And one more, we'll do one more. How about looking directly overhead? And behind, like there's something, like a meteor or something coming down, other side. And back to center. That's not the most exciting part of our day. Let's get our legs going. So lift that leg up. You can actively pull the leg in to get a nice stretch of those hip flexors. Normally we don't need to get our leg that high unless we have a big snowstorm. For 8, 7, dorsal and plantar flexion, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1, and circles. Circles in the other direction. Side to side. So Sheila, keep working on Steve. Get him to come to SilverSneakers. That might be good for him. And everyone else, if you know someone you think might benefit, send them our way. And the yoga as well. Not just the classic, but the yoga on Tuesdays. We're pointing and flexing. We're circling. So important for walking. A lot of times when people stumble, it's because they cannot dorsiflex enough to get their foot high enough, and they walk with a sort of a flat foot or a drop foot, side to side. And let's go down and really get to it. Hip hinging, vigorous rows, pull, push and pull, push and pull. Make sure you're activating these muscles here, these core muscles, as you pull back. If you go into the fitness center at some point, we do have rowing machines, and they would be very doable for most of this crew. We have 3 of them. Mike Wilson has one in his basement if you want to give him a call and come over and use his. Actually, Mike, we should have you on your rower when we're doing these, now that I think of it. 2 more. 1 more. Rest. Nice and tall. Let's go up and over, stretching out these intercostal muscles. What a great feeling that is. Other side. Reaching and stretching. 4 more. Reaching, stretching. 2 more. One more. And let's do another set of rows. Let's do elbows in tight now. Elbows in tight. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Let's do the whole routine with the shoulders. Six. See if the elbows can touch when you do the peekaboo part of it. If they can, that's awesome. I can tell Art's been doing his yoga. I can see those elbows coming together quite nicely. How many more? 2 more? 1 more. And rest. Anything else that we got to do before we get up? We did ankles. Oh, let's do legs. Out and to the side and across and back. This is great because it's doing 2 different joints at the same time, your hip and your knee. 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Other leg. 8, 7, 6, 5. And if the pace is too quick or too slow, you don't have to go at my pace. You can slow it down, or you could speed it up a tiny bit. Speaking of speeding it up, let's tap, tap, tap with our feet. For 8, 7, add the arms. Other side. This is also working on the quick, fast twitch muscles. Those tend to slow down as we age. Let's go up a little bit. Plus, it feels like good giving yourself a nice massage. Any of those out there that can pat themselves on the back, now would be the time to do that for all your hard work. And rest. Let's do 1 more. How about moguls? This is kind of knees and ankles. If you just swivel, then it's mostly knees, but there's some ankle work involved as you push off with the toes. For 3, 2, 1. 1 more. This will be another quick where we're running in place. And we're just doing this, pushing and pulling, again, activating these core muscles. Push, 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 push for 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and a couple punches while we're at it, or pushing out. Almost the same thing, except there's a lot more involved with these. Shifting your weight from side to side, still getting those oblique stretches, and working kind of the lateral rotation of the shoulder a little bit. 3, 2, and 1. And rest. Now would be a great time for some water. Nice and tall. We're going to do 8 up and downs. So you're just leaning forward, then driving through your feet, coming up, lowering with control, driving, lowering, driving, lowering for 4. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. And 1 more. And now you can stay up. For all the standing stuff, be behind a chair. No equipment is in your way. Nice and tall. Let's talk posture for just a second. Everyone can see me. I'm going to turn sideways. Imagine you're walking into Lake Superior, right? And here's your former posture like this. Once that water gets higher, you try to get away from the water. And what happens? Everything gets higher. Hips come forward, shoulders come back, stomach comes in. Even your neck gets tall. And that's the posture we want. Feet are hip width apart, arms wide open. Inhale the arms up. As you come down, do a hip hinge. As you come down, do a hip hinge. And then drive back up again. We'll do 6 of those. You don't need to go down very low with the hip hinge. You can leave the hip hinge out if you want. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. And 1 more. Well done, well done. And now let's circle that hip that's all warmed up. Nice, easy circles. Other side. And let's do the same sort of idea we were doing before, but now we're coming up on the toe of the back foot and we'll alternate. So this is the first time we're going to work balance a little bit. Less and less weight on that back toe. And then when we're ready, I'll show you what we're going to do with that back toe. So practice having almost all the weight on. And then maybe you can even lift that back toe up a little bit. Just make sure you're behind your chair. Don't be in front of your chair like me. And then for a little leg strength, you can hold that pose. So when you're ready, make sure you have the chair. If you need it, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's go through that motion and then we'll try the other leg. So a couple more. And you can practice lifting that back foot off, and now go ahead and If you have it in you, just hold that other foot off the ground for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. Now walk the feet out. That's a harder balance thing than it might seem. So if you did well, good. If it was a challenge, keep at it. Let's go higher knees, harder. If the knees go higher, the work is harder. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and rest, rest. Walk it out. We're going to do a couple more with arms and legs together. So if you need a break, when you do arms and legs, it's going to be a little more challenging. First one will be arms go up and then pulling down. So the opposite knee. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Most of these can be done sitting down if you need it. 3, and 2, and 1, and rest. Let's do easy arm circles, walking forward, and then easy steps back. Make sure you don't have anything behind you. Couple more. And then we'll do our other more challenging one, which is going to be interlacing the fingers, push out and pull. At the same time, you do a heel tap. Heel tap. And this one can also be done sitting down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last 1, and rest. Let's do one more arm thing, and then we'll do some leg things. Bicep curl to overhead press. It's just fun to work multiple joints at the same time. We'll do 6 of these. Reach as high as you can and pull it down. 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1, and rest. Let's clap forward, clap behind. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4. You know, I thought this was hard to do because it's hard for me to do to get all the way back, but everybody that I can see looks like they are able to do it. So awesome, awesome, awesome. Last one. Let's do some leg strengtheners. We haven't done lunges in a while. We're only going to do a few of them. You got a couple different choices. First one is make sure you have your chair. First one where you just bend the front knee and the back leg stays straight. That's the easier one, and you go kind of forward. Second one, more challenging, you're on the toe of the back foot and you go down with both knees bending. So pick one if you need the chair. This is the harder one. We'll do 8, 7. We won't do 8. We'll do 4 more. 4, 3. If this is hard on the knees, skip it. 2, 1. Other side. So go to the other side. So you have the chair available. Again, the 2 options, back foot on the floor and the leg stays straight and you go forward. Second option, you go down like you're in an elevator, both knees bend. Let's do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Well done. We'll do something easy, calf raises. Just push through your feet. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Option is to not hold on to the chair. A little more challenging. 1, rest. Now the toes come up in the air. This time, alternate, and you can add arms. If you could do both toes up in the air at the same time, but there's a balance issue there for most of us. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Let's do a little cardio. We're going to move for 2 or 3 minutes. We're going to go side to side, and we're going to do different things with the arms. This is probably the classic one. Eight. Let's go the other direction with the arms. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And rest. I saw someone out there doing something different, which gives me an inspiration for our, what are we doing here? Single leg jumping jacks. It's a little slower with the feet. Shifting our weight from foot to foot. And again, you can go forward if it's easier on your shoulders. Let's do 8 more. 7, 6. Try alternating high and medium. And 4, 3, and 2. That scrambled my brain a little bit. Rest, rest, rest. Easy circles. Easy circles. Let's do crossing the midline. So this is an important one. Go across to the side and then go behind yourself. And these are with a straight leg. They can also be done with a bent knee, but we'll skip that for now. Let's do 5 more of these. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. 8. There is, you can do this without holding on if you want to work on balance. It's a little challenging, but if you have the chair, you can work on more range of motion. 5, 4, and 3, 2, and how about 1 more, and that will be that. Let's do a couple. This is just a fun one. Stand on one leg, grab your knee, and just pull on it. This is very similar to the balance where we just, you can let go of it now, and now you have your balance on one leg. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, other side. So you're holding onto the chair, pulling up the leg. And then if you want to try the balance, just let go of the leg and let go of the chair. This is harder to do when the foot is out in front. It's harder. Rest. Great job. Most times when you tell people to stand on one leg, they put one foot behind, and that's the easiest balance. Let's try that, and you can see the difference. So instead of the foot out front, it's just right down by the other foot. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. Good job, Lloyd. Other side. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last balance thing, very similar to what we just did. One foot in front of the other. So it's heel to toe. And then you have the option to let go of the chair. Cross your arms is harder. And then only if you know you're able to, you could try closing your eyes. It's hardest of all. So don't everybody close their eyes and then all of a sudden I don't see anybody in the screen anymore. For 3, 2, 1, other side. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That one is a little easier. I think this one's the hardest. Let's have a seat, get some water. What a gorgeous day. If you have not been outside, give it a go after class or after your lunch. Let's grab the stretch bands. Okay, hands through the handles. If you don't have handles, you're going to just hold it about shoulder width apart, and we're going to do our rows. So our hip hinge, and then pull back, pull the band wider. And then our hip hinge, pull the band wider. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And if you like doing these standing, it looks like most of us are sitting. If you're standing, you can do the hip hinge, but you really have to have good form. So I would leave the hip hinge out if you're standing. Pull, push, pull, and 3 more, 2 more, and 1 more. And now the other one that's similar to this, but no hip hinge, we just go in a different plane straight up, and then we pull it straight down, pulling the band wider. So straight down, straight down. For 3, and 2, and 1. Let's keep on with this idea. Now we're going to go to the side. We're pulling with the opposite hand to get a deeper stretch. Pulling with the band. Again, going overhead's tough. If you want to go forward, it's the same idea if you just move the band a little forward. For 4, 3. When you're using equipment, don't overstretch. It's tempting to do. It's tempting to really pull on that stretch band. Rest. Nice and tall. Now get as wide as you can on the band. Pull it gently apart, and now go overhead and maybe even behind your back. Some of us can go behind the back. Don't force it. And don't tuck your head down to get there. That will give you a little bit of a sore neck. So nice straight neck. Only 2 more. No worries if you can't get behind. We're all different. We all have different levels of flexibility. Great job. Just let the shoulders hang down. Get a little more blood back into them. And then we're going sideways with our stretches, pulling and resisting. 8. If you want to play around a little bit with this, you're still going sideways, but you're welcome to go higher or lower or straight. So we'll do 6 more, whatever you decide. 5, 4. Always resist the band coming back. That's where a lot of the magic happens. 1, switch sides. And I'm looking forward so I can look into the camera, but you follow the band with your eyes. So you're looking sideward. That's going to give your neck a little stretch as well. 6, 5, and again, the option is to go high. Option is to go low. For 3, 2, 1. Let's give ourselves a little bit of break and do something different. We're going to put the band on our feet, cross the handles, and now strength. Strengthen our legs. The leg goes out, resisting the band. It goes out and it resists the band. For 8, resist. And 7, and resist. 6, and resist. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now row. 8, 7. Pull and resist. Pull and resist. For 3, 2, 1. More legs out to the side, back, other side, back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Oh, that's, are we going to even make it? 2, 1. That's plenty of those. No more of those for today. But 8 more rows. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more set of rows. That's going to be single arm, starting the lawnmower. So opposite arm, opposite foot. And you are just pulling for 8, 7, resist coming back, pull and resist, pull and resist. You can bring the shoulder up if you want more shoulder. You can keep the shoulder in if you want more back. 3, 2, 1, other side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and resist. Couple with the band behind the back, and then we'll move on. Don't get your band tangled up like I did. So putting on your overcoat. SilverSneakers always says that put on your overcoat and toweling off. I don't know if I find that a little, it's almost off-putting to me, but if it's easier to think of it that way. And now we are just stretching out our shoulders. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go right into your push-ups. So you're holding ahead of the handles for most of us to make it harder. And then we're pushing and resisting.
Mike, we could call that one doing the twist.
Pardon?
We could call that one doing the twist.
I like it. I like it. Yep. Here we go. 8 push-ups. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Let's do a rotator cuff. This is a small movement. We'll do 7 more. 6 more. 5 more. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Last one, and rest. When we do these rotator cuff ones, we keep the elbow in tight. If we're out here, it's still working that muscle just a little more aggressively. So a tighter elbow with shorter movements will really give you a good workout. Anything else we got to do? Oh, let's do one stretch, and then we got to get moving. Nice and tall, hold the band out. We got to get moving. If you prefer stretching with the chair, it's the same idea. You just turn sideways on the chair, and I'll show you that in a second. We'll do one more of these. So if you have a chair like the SilverSneakers chair, you can just turn sideways, grab the back of your chair and do your own spinal twist that way, if you like that. That's usually what we do in the yoga class. Other side, twist. And back to center. Okay, water time. And grab your weights. Arms are hanging down nicely. We're going to do a compound exercise, bicep curl to the overhead press. This is it's fun to do. It looks really cool when you can do both of them together. Then you can go into any gym and show off, because not many people can do this one. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. And let's go right into our tricep extension. You can stay seated, or people that want to stand certainly can stand for any of these. 8. With the tricep extension, you don't need to get the arms way up here. Just come back to a 90-degree angle and then push away again. 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Rest. Let's do a little bit of our roundhouse swings. Actually, they're not really swings, but we're pushing the weight out, pulling it back. We're going diagonally. 8. Push, pull, push, pull, push, pull. This is very much like a row, except when we roll, we go straight ahead. Push, pull, push, pull, push, pull. 2 more. And for the row, it's just, we won't do many of these. It's a hip hinge and we go forward. But it's the same idea where we straighten and bend the elbow. 8, 7, 6, 5. What happened to the day? It went by so fast. 3, 2, well, this part of the day. The rest of it we still have left. Lateral raises. 8. You can do these one at a time if it's easier for you. 7, 6. Remember, push up, pull down. 4. Long, long arms. 3, and 2, 1. Time for something easy. Both the weights on one leg. Lift and lower. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more hard ones. Flies. Well, none of them are hard to us anymore. 7, 6, 5. We got this nice long lever. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Anything else? Oh, we better do our pay-off presses and then move on. Pushing the weight out, pulling it back for 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep a nice straight back. 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest. Go ahead, get some more water. Oh, come here, ball. Okay, with the ball, We're on a strength kick today, I think. There's only 3 or 4 things we can do with the ball for strength. First one is here, crushing it. And then you're resisting. The ball wants to come back to its normal size, and you're not letting it. There's a fancy term for that. I don't know if I want to get into that, but you're crushing and resisting the ball. Crush, resist. That movement's called eccentric when you resist it coming back. Eccentric. So that'll be a vocabulary quiz for Friday.
You see, you
Eccentric, other side.
You couldn't
Crush.
resist saying it. You couldn't resist saying
I
it.
know. Crush. The reason I said I wasn't going to get into it is I couldn't remember it. And then after a while, my brain will remember it. Crush and resist. Crush and resist. 3, 2, 1. And now this other chest muscle, the great chest exercise, is crushing the ball with it in front of you. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. And another strength one would be twisting the ball. So hold on to the bottom of the ball for those strong fingers. Other side. For all the musicians out there, you know you got to have those fingers. You have to have them working well. Other direction. Oh, and the last crushing one, I almost forgot, my cat stretch. Arms get long, and then right between the legs with the ball, crushing with the leg strength for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we will do range of motion, the opposite game. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now the same side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and behind the back. Other side. Oh. And under the leg. I wondered where you went, Lloyd. You just went to retrieve the ball, I guess. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And I think this has become my favorite one. Put the ball under your foot. When you straighten your leg, the heel is on the ball. When you push the ball as far forward as it can go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is actually quite a challenging thing. If you do it without the ball, it's quite a workout with the leg. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll end stretching out with the ball under the leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Put the ball down. Let's have some great posture. Inhaling the arms up. And nice and slow coming down. 2 more, slower and slower. Last one, slowest one, and then get out and grab some of that sunshine today. It's been